Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of It's a Small World. This is a podcast that I talk with people I work with, people from other parts of the world about translation, interpretation, and about the differences in the business culture around the globe. I'm Michal Heffer. I'm the manager of Lichi Translations, and we offer multilingual translation services in all languages, any language to any language. So let's get started. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for another episode of my podcast, It's a Small World. And today I have a special guest coming from the other side of the globe, from the land of the rising sun, from all the way from Japan. Hi, Nanako Akiyoshi. How are you?
Hi, Michal. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah,
Good.
I'm good.
Good, great. I'm so happy to have you on this call on this episode. It's going to be both recorded for streaming and on video. And one of the reasons I've asked you to join me today is because I'm about to travel to Tokyo, and I'm going to be in Tokyo
Mm.
for 2, 3 weeks. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and meeting other Japanese business people while I'm there. So we're going to dive into how it is to do business in Japan with Japanese people. And maybe let's start. What do you expect would be the biggest obstacle or the biggest challenge, the biggest barrier working in Japan?
Oh, yes. What I can say first is the languages. Um, although people are willing to help the people who's in trouble, um, people don't know how to express in English. And English and Japanese are quite different languages. So yeah, you might find big difficulties to find someone who speaks good English.
Okay, so that will be what would you suggest? Install some app, or how would I talk to them?
Oh yes, first you can choose you can use app, obviously. If you talk, we have a technology. So if you talk in app and translate it into Japanese and show it to the people will definitely understand, and they will talk in Japanese and translate it in Hebrew or English.
Okay, and I think maybe it would be, as a business owner, I offer translation services. What I would suggest in the business meetings is really to have an interpreter.
Oh yeah.
Uh, to have an interpreter on the line, with you, to help you communicate and talk to your business partners in English and Japanese.
Mm.
And
Yes, sorry. And other tip is speak slowly. People know what you say if you speak slowly. Um, we are good at writing and reading, but we are not good at listening and speaking. So if you speak slowly, or if you show it what you want to say in and on the paper, people will understand.
that would be very important. Okay, that sounds very, to speak slowly. We are Israelis. We don't have so much patience, and we always talk fast, and we want to, and it's harder for us to go slower. And I
Yes.
think it's very important what you say is to go slowly for a second, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yes, to go slower. So, what is also important to know about business culture in Japan?
Oh yes. It could be very different from Israeli. Um, we we respect harmony. So, for example, we try to avoid, direct communication or direct, way of saying.
So how do we, so if you talk indirectly, what would that mean? How do I understand you if you're not direct?
Oh, yes. Being Japanese, it's said to be expressing our feelings directly is not professional. So we try to avoid, we try to keep indirect communication. So try to, how to say, try to talk to them, and then people will slowly open up their minds and being friendly with you.
That's also, Israelis are so direct.
Yeah.
We say everything on our mind, and I assume for Japanese, it might even sometimes feel so rude because
Mm.
we're direct. We say the good things, the bad things. To your face, we would say exactly what we feel
Oh, right.
without maybe even thinking
Yeah.
a second time. So this is also important to go. Maybe we need to learn also to be a bit more gentle.
Yeah. And also, people are not used to, accustomed to get direct, feedbacks on face to face. So if you need a feedback from them, maybe you can ask them by email.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I experience that, even because I'm doing a PR. I often make a proposal to the clients, and I need a feedback what they thought, but they don't really say in person, and they just say, okay, we understood, so we will keep in touch and we'll think about it, and then they will send me the feedback on via mail.
Okay, because they maybe prefer not to have a direct confrontation,
Mm-hmm.
to keep
Yeah.
maybe have a friendly negotiation, friendly discussion,
Yeah.
and keep maybe any disagreements
Mm-hmm.
in the background in writing for later on.
Yeah, that's true.
So Israelis, when they work, they always expect things to go quickly. Okay, now what's the problem? Let's solve it now and move on. Okay, what's the problem? We can solve it. So
Mm-hmm.
so the Japanese would be a different pace?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yes, okay. So we'd have to be maybe a bit more patient, right? To go slower and more patiently.
Yeah.
Um, when I'm thinking about Israel, Israel is a very multicultural country. We have people coming from all over the world. The Israeli population is Jews, well, a
Mm.
majority of Jews coming from so many countries, coming from Europe, from Poland, from Russia, from the US, from Germany, from Arab countries such
Mm.
as Egypt, Morocco, Yemen, Iran, Iraq. You have Jews from Africa. You have
Oh.
Jews from India coming, not from Japan. Well, only a few Japanese people. How is Japan? I mean, are you all Japanese?
Yes, most of the populations are Japanese. So we have a very big populations, and we have a 120 million people, which is quite big. But I think more than 95% are Japanese.
Okay.
We have a profound connection between China and Korea, like a Mongol, but most of the Japanese are Japanese, born in Japan and grow up in Japan.
Yeah, so that's
So
also such a big deal because here we have different generations. And
yeah.
what would be a connecting point? How do we blend? Is
Mm.
through the military, through the army, because in the army it's all obligatory duty to serve in
Mm.
the army, and then you have all these people from the different cultures and the different societies, different languages too, because you'd have new immigrants coming to Israel, and you have maybe people that have been a few generations in the country. So,
Mhm.
and we all connect together in the army so we can blend the culture together. And maybe in Japan, you'd have a less of a cultural difference because you're all coming from the same culture.
Oh yes. Yeah, I was surprised to know that. Um, Israeli come from all over the world, and they are very multi-cultures. I think,
Multicultural and multilingual too. Here in
yeah,
Israel, we have apart from Hebrew, which is our official language, we have we have also a large Arab population.
yeah.
The native Arabs that were born here for many generations, so they're
Hmm.
about 20% of our population. And then we have a large immigration from Russia. We have over 1 million Jews coming from Russia. So we have different Jews from different parts of the world, and we have Jews and Muslims and Christians. So we have different forces playing inside this society. So that's a big
Mm,
difference from maybe the Japanese society.
yes, very
So
much different.
what would be so you're doing PR, right?
Yes.
So how would you help a Japanese or foreign company work in Japan?
Well, I help clients to set up their own brand, and also the public relations and public speech scripts, and also the media relations.
So
And
do you
I
have
have a
hmm?
sorry, I have 1,000 plus media um, relations, so I can help them, the clients, to have media coverage such as newspapers, TVs, and uh, business magazines.
Okay, so in what industry do you help mainly?
Um, it differs, but mainly um, I help VCs and venture capitals, and also hospitality industry such as nurseries, and also I help tech companies, a lot of tech companies, from from startups to big companies, established companies.
Okay, so if there's a company coming from overseas, what would you suggest them to do?
Oh yes, first of all, I will tell them what's the difference between the original countries to Japan, because we have a different types of like original cultures, such as bowing, or
Okay, tell me about
yeah,
that.
yeah, bowing, or yeah, nodding many times, that kind of differences. So
How does that, why is that? It's just part of the
yes.
culture?
Yeah, this is bowing like this is very typical Japanese gesture, and we do bowing when greet people, and also when say thank you, and also we when we say goodbye. So we do bowing many times.
So nice. Yes, it's very polite.
Yes, but yeah, I know when people from different countries see that scene, in the business scene, we bowing again and again and again many times, and
Oh,
it looks so funny. Even for me, sometimes it's so funny.
it does sound funny. Also, when I think about it, it's sweet and funny, and it's mainly different. Mainly different.
Yes, especially when say thank you and bye, we we say, "Oh, ありがとうございます。Ah, こちらこそ。ありがとうございます." Many times, and just bowing again 10 times, and at the last moment, say bye, and then even during saying bye, like 50 meters away, they just still bowing. So funny.
It is funny. I'm looking forward to seeing that because I've
Yes.
seen that maybe on the movies and things. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yes.
And I think you also told me also when you present your name card, right? Would you kind of go like this with the name card here?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. We think it's very important to exchange our business card, name card, and when they exchange, we do bowing again, and we and also the another topic is exchanging business card is like a exchange, like a being a friend in LinkedIn. We do have LinkedIn account, but it LinkedIn is not a very common tool to exchange our information. So we usually exchange our business card, and then we search on Google, and yeah.
So what would be the more important network? Facebook or WhatsApp or something else?
Um, we do use Facebook on business side, but yeah, sending an email is the first important step in business
Okay.
scene.
Okay, so using mail. I also like using email more
Yeah,
than other. WhatsApp kind of gets, I lose my messages. There's so much going on in the WhatsApp. So
yeah,
email sounds like a very good tool.
yeah. And also, if we use social network first, we feel like, oh, he or she is too friendly or too much like it's a professional relationship, but uh, is she or is he going to be my friend? But we feel like that. So yeah.
Okay. So so what does that mean? Okay, you're saying if basically connecting through the social media brings some kind of closer relationship, which you're not sure you'd like it to happen?
Oh, sorry, say again, please.
No, I mean, I'm saying that if I send you an invitation to social media,
Mhm.
so you would be reluctant. Should I ask you first, or is it a good thing to do?
Oh, it depends what you talk in person first. So if you find he or she is very friendly, and she could be a good business partner, um, it's more likely to be easier to be friends through a social network. But if you don't really know him or her, and suddenly someone someone try to connect with you via social media, it feels like a little bit weird or
Okay.
suspicious.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's maybe best to ask first or check. I
yeah,
see. So not to
yeah,
go immediately and connect to the Japanese
exactly.
people you know. Okay, so you have to be aware of that. Okay, so maybe we talk about how to become close. What are the good ways of becoming close to Japanese people, Japanese people, and maybe what to be aware of? Because we talk about the issue of trust. Is it easy to build a relationship with Japanese, or something you should be aware of?
I think it's not very difficult, but first of all, we have a language problem, so it could be a little bit difficult. And the second one is we do not express our feelings a lot. So even if you're angry, if even if I'm angry with someone, I don't express that my anger at all, and just smile at him or her, and then I slowly being away from her. So it could be not easy to be friend with Japanese people immediately, but we even if it takes time, it's yeah, it's definitely possible to be a good friend with
Friend or
Japanese.
working with people. I'm also
Working,
talking
yeah,
about the,
working partners.
yes, working partners mainly is important.
Yeah.
Okay, so so maybe practice patience and
Mhm.
not to be too direct, because I don't want to get you angry. I don't want to upset you in any case. I never want to do that, but and better not get you angry, because I won't know it, right? I won't know it. Or
But
maybe,
I don't get angry easily.
okay,
I
or
seldom get angry.
or I'd expect to get more feedback from you through the email later on,
Mm,
right? Then
yeah.
you will be more direct with me and maybe
Mhm.
tell me what it is I have to pay attention to. Yeah, okay, that's very different. Now, you s- we were talking about the influence of, you know, Japan since the Second World War, right? You've been a
Mm.
peaceful country. Maybe you can tell us a bit about that?
Oh yes. After the World War II, it's been almost 80 years, but we have never experienced any wars after World War II. So we indulged in peace complacency, which means we are too much accustomed to peace and safety.
Yeah, because
So,
Israel is a complete opposite. But first,
mm,
and then we will, because the Jews since the Second World War. I mean, Jews have the inner feeling of being persecuted
mm,
all throughout history, and definitely after the Second World War, we established the country, and the Jews came to Israel. But we've been surrounded by Arab countries the whole
mm,
time, and we're having the conflict in Israel all the time. So there's never a dull moment in Israel.
mm,
And when you're saying how Japan, I'm so jealous, you're a peaceful
mm,
country. You're just
mm,
living your peaceful life. That's so inspiring, and I wish we would be in that situation. Um, and then, but on the other hand, I'd say that being under constant threat has made Israel and Israelis uh, always looking for solutions,
mm,
always finding a solution for something that's happening. And, it's not only the security, it's the water issues and health issues. And Israelis are always looking for to solve problems. And starting from, young kids going to the army, that's what they're doing, solving problems. And Israel has become a startup nation.
mm,
It's a country that's thinking about new technology, new solutions, and it connects to, we want to find a solution now, here and now. We don't have patience to wait for something to happen, because by the time something, we wait, maybe something new, a new threat will pop up. So we have to solve things.
Mm.
So how is this peaceful sense of your culture influence the way you do business?
Oh yes. One of the thing that I should mention is decision-making speed. Um, mm, Perhaps because of this, peace complacency, um, we usually believe that tomorrow will always come. There is a tendency for decision making to be slow. So maybe, okay, well, let's make decision tomorrow, next week. Okay, let's think about it, and then tell them next month. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bit like that.
So we really have to practice patience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even now feeling I'm breathing and I'm just lowering my pace.
Mm.
Everything's okay. We're going to take it slowly.
Yeah.
We are going to run like a marathon. Maybe it's a difference. In Israel, we're sprint runners. We go
Mm-hmm.
fast now because tomorrow, something else is going to happen. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if the sun's going to rise tomorrow, but in Japan, the sun's going to rise. Tomorrow's a new day. Let's take it slow and we can decide slowly what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, I think this is one of the reasons that we had a long economic depression. You know, we had a bubble in early 90s, but after the bubble burst, we experienced more than 40 years of depression.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
more than 30 years of depression.
So where was this now in the 90s or
After the 90s, we are still suffering from depression, but now it's changing, the situation is changing, and people's mind are changing because, we all know Japan is the fastest aging country, and we have less children and less marriage. So we need new technologies and new generation or next generation of Toyota, Sony, that kind of all big industries.
so how is the market adapting to this?
The Asian societies.
How are you okay, so you say you're changing now.
Yeah.
So what opportunities do you see maybe for foreign companies in Japan
Oh
seeing this
yes.
change?
Mm. The biggest thing is, we have big industries like, vehicle industries, heavy industries, something like a Toyota, Sony, that kind of old industries. But they used to close to, they used to be very closed, but nowadays they need, they notice that they need challenge, and we need, new technologies, and we need to open for, global. So even if you are small companies or in small new technologies, um, they are open for, even startups. So yeah, you have a
And
chance.
so maybe this is a good opportunity to mention that I've met you through a team that's called Boost Your Business in Japan,
Yeah.
and you and your colleagues that are professionals in different areas help foreign companies penetrate the Japanese market and work with Japanese companies. So, and now you're mentioning that there's a good opportunity for startups and for technologies from
Mm,
foreign countries to come in, and maybe the large companies will be open to negotiate and discuss
yes,
with foreign companies. So I'm sure you and your team can help companies that want to work in Japan.
yes, exactly.
So I'll be in Japan in about two weeks. I want to say on a
Ooh.
personal note, I'm really excited. I have some kind of connection to Japan. My parents lived in Japan when they
Oh,
were young in Nagoya. My mother
wow.
my mother studied pottery, Japanese traditional pottery, and my father was teaching English while they were there. And Japan kind of, and Asia run in my family for since I was a young girl. We used chopsticks when we ate. We
Mm,
had Japanese pottery and Japanese and Asian food was part of my childhood. Um,
oh,
and even, when I was 13, the Japanese television came to visit my family. This was the early 80s, and they made a video about my family.
mm,
And it was all in Japanese. And then we added subtitles into English because we translate from Japanese into English and obviously all languages. So we added subtitles so I could see what the Japanese people, the TV program said about my family. And it was so, yeah, so Japan is an exciting opportunity for me.
mm. Wow. Now, the weather is becoming warmer and warmer every day. So,
And the cherry
cherry,
blossoms have
mm,
started.
not yet, but in 2, 3 days, definitely.
Okay, so I will come and see the cherry blossom in beginning of April. And maybe just to kind of
Oh,
sum up this this podcast episode,
mhm.
maybe what should I, maybe some tips about what should I learn in Japanese? Everything all communication, of course, a professional communication, you need an interpreter, you need a translator, or you need to find partners that speak
Mm.
Japanese and English. But in the meantime, what kind of words would you suggest that I know?
Okay. The greeting words and will be greeting words should be the best option for you. So, um, the famous words for hello is konnichiwa. So,
Konnichiwa with a
konnichiwa,
bow.
konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, with bowing.
Konnichiwa. Okay, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. And my name
Konnichiwa.
is Michal, means it's translated in like watashi no namae wa Michal desu. This
Okay.
means
Konnichiwa. Watashi no nama wa Michal desu.
yes, perfect.
Watashi no nama wa Michal desu.
Yes,
Yes?
yes,
Okay.
perfect. And then after the presentation or greeting, you can just say arigatou gozaimashita.
Okay.
Arigato is arigato is fine too.
Arigato. By the way,
Gozai.
I studied Aikido. Aikido is a
Wow.
Japanese martial art.
Yeah.
So we always used to say, Domo arigato gozaimashita. Domo
Yes.
arigato gozaimashita. That we did. And if I walk around in the streets and I need help,
Yeah.
how do I attract the attention of somebody?
Okay. You can say sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
Sumimasen. Yes. Sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
Yes.
Sumimasen. And then somebody will stop and start talking to me
Yeah.
with a lot of Japanese, da, 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 in Japanese. And I hope to be able to communicate with them.
But people try to speak in English, I think. And if you speak them slowly or write down, that's totally fine.
Okay, so that's very good. You're summing up the most important tip is to speak slowly.
Yeah.
If you cannot use writing as well when conveying
Yeah.
your message, you can write in English and the Japanese people can read. I'd say be patient, right? Go slowly, slowly, be patient. There's no rush. The decision making will take a little bit of time. So don't be in a hurry, and use the email maybe, because
Yeah.
the Japanese people will be, I mean, they trust you and they want to work with you, but they won't always be direct, right? So if there's anything important, check your email.
Yeah.
Okay, great, Nanako. Thank you so much for this
Thank you.
tips and insights about the Japanese business culture. And I will meet you in Tokyo in a short while.
Yes. I'm very looking forward to it. So excited.
Me too. So thank you everyone for listening to this episode of It's a Small World. You'll be able to find us on Spotify and Apple. And thank you, and see you in the next episode.